Hello Internet, welcome back to our Cataclysm golf scenario playthrough. In the last episode, we realized that we don't actually need a hacksaw to gather frames, so we started taking doors off of nearby vehicles. We've also been grinding our mechanics skill up a little bit. We decided that we would want mechanics 4 or 5, I believe. It might actually be electronics now that I'm thinking about it. But we've been crafting vehicle controls to raise our skills, which included us going out to gather pipe fittings and pipes. So we mostly were smashing chain link fences and plumbing fixtures. And with that, we jump back into the game. Hello, Internet. How are you guys doing today? And ladies, too, and non-binary folk, not trying to exclude anybody. Hello, everyone. I'm going to drop the home wrecker. I don't think we need any more pipes, and we will wield our steel spear. We had a brief window yesterday, or in the last episode, where I lost my steel spear, which is never a good thing. See, we're hungry and thirsty. We are going to eat this canned meat. We popped a can of meat here. A very large can, must be one of the 3-liter cans. And because we're getting messages about not eating enough calorie-dense food. So we're just going to hork down just slabs of meat. Just like humans in real life. And I think we have a big batch of water somewhere. We do. Why don't we have some beer as well? We've been having a lot of days where we're crafting all day, and I feel like you deserve a reward, and I don't really want you to take a bump, so let's just have a beer. We are still thirsty, and we're full. That's okay. I think we have enough frames at this point to expand our vehicle. We are going to need sheet metal to make quarter panels and boards and things. We may need... No, we have like 20 frames. That's plenty. Where to begin? Oh man, we don't have cargo spaces either, which is crazy to go this long into the game and not have a cargo space. I wonder if they're craftable. They probably are, but I bet they're in a book we don't have. Cargo? Cargo carrier, what are you? Heavy frame outfitted with tie downs and attachment points for carrying cargo. Are you the same thing though? That sounds like you might not. I would expect it to be like shelving. Heavy frame outfitted with tie downs and attachment points for carrying cargo. Yeah, that sounds like something you would use to strap down like a cargo crate or something. I don't see... Where does it say? It doesn't say the storage. Let's look in the vehicle menu. Oh, we don't have any empty frames. Okay, well, let's slap a frame on here really quick. Let's take off the doors on the passenger side. Let's do that from where the frames are. And we'll lose these doors. And then when we have an open frame, we will check to see what the cargo carrier leaders are. So let's say we want to install cargo. Oh, they're the same thing. Oh, okay. So the cargo carrier is just the item form of a cargo space. That's great. That's great news. So we can make cargo spaces. What do you require? Tons of cordage and a bunch of frames. Okay, so we will need more frames because we're going to want to make a lot of these. Takes 3 hours each. That seems reasonable to me. Our welding skill, you'll see we don't have the welding proficiency. That's going to go up naturally as we expand the vehicle. Or, wait a minute, do you get proficiencies for installing parts on vehicles? I wonder if that's crafting only. That would be terrible if that was crafting only. Oh, we don't even have... Oh, we do have principles of welding. Understanding of different types of welding tools and fuels. How to weld different materials. You got it, surely... What does that sound? My neighbor is, I think, spraying something with his hose. That's great. That's great. I'm trying to record a video, bruh. Not that he has any idea what I'm doing in here, so he's not responsible for that in any way. Yeah, so surely you get this by installing parts on a vehicle as well. God, I hope you do. Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's too dark to do that now, so we're going to go back to crafting. Like I said, I think solar panels, we can check, right? We can check what it takes to install a solar panel. Install solar. So a basic solar panel, okay, it is mechanics 4, so we do want to grind our mechanics up. And then I believe we've already seen a solar vehicle with the upgraded solar panels, which requires mechanics 6. You would really think that that would be electronics. Actually, no, you wouldn't. I don't understand. So this is something, I think we've talked about this before. I don't really get that. Let's say I want to install a solar panel into a vehicle. That inherently is a complex thing, right? Not only am I trying to mount a solar panel to a vehicle, which is not an easy thing to do, I would imagine, But I'm also wiring it directly into the vehicle's power, which would be difficult. So the installation would be mechanics, but the actual like wiring it into the vehicle would be electronics. So there's no electronics requirement, which is weird. And if it's just installing them so that they're not like getting damaged and jostled around and stuff, mechanics 4 is fine. But why then would an upgraded one require mechanics 6 if it's still a panel that are presumably roughly the same size? Let's look at them. 40 pounds, 30 pounds. There's no liters mentioned. And the main difference is their power supply. So if they're presumably roughly the same size and shape, why would I need 2 more mechanic skill to do this? People say all the time that like, oh, realism is ruining Cataclysm, but there's a ton of this kind of stuff in the game where it's like, doesn't really make sense that it would be 2 mechanic skill higher, other than the fact that it's an improvement, so by game standards you would make it more difficult to install a higher tier thing. I don't think that matches with realism, so I don't like that. Anyway, that's enough rambling about that. Let's find ourselves something to do in the base here. So we're gonna craft raise our mechanic skill a little bit. We should get to 4 at least. And let's look at the map. We found solar vehicles. I know we did, because I remember saying when we came across these barricades, I remember saying, well, it's going to be hard to go back for that solar vehicle. So I'm assuming that's what this is. And they are upgraded. So like, these are really good panels, but we would need mechanic 6. Mechanic 6 is actually pretty... Oh no, wait a minute. It's pretty difficult to craft raise to mechanic 6. But we did just pick up a book. It's in our inventory. It's called the Internal Combustions, right? Yeah. So this can take us to 8 mechanics, but it requires mechanics 4. So we can grind to 4 and then read the book up to 6. That will take time though, but we definitely want those panels. Now watch, with my luck, when we get there and try to take them apart, it'll require an electronic skill or something stupid like that. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's light up this thing and we'll go back to working on our craft. Vehicle controls. I don't think this is going to raise us to mechanics 4. Oh, we're out of battery. Oh, and that's another thing. We have to install... we have to install a battery charger. We don't have a recharging station at the moment. But we do have a crap ton of batteries. Where's my medium batteries at? Where are my homies at? Yeah, we have a ton of batteries. Several of which are disposable. But look at all this. We're fine for quite a long... We could probably do all of our vehicle work just on the batteries we already have. So let's work on craft. This will not get us to level 4 probably, but we can make another 1 or 2 of these. Oh, we did level. Fantastic. I'm surprised. Because the first one only gave us like 20%. And we made 2 more. You wouldn't think that would take us... Okay, stop tabbing like an idiot. Go to the skills. There we go. Mechanics 4. Okay. And I see we got a few percentage in welding, which is not nearly enough to be what we would be looking for. So we can start vehicle work in the morning when the sun comes up. I guess we just read. I mean, we might as well start reading the mechanics book. Or do we want to grind electronics? P electronics. We don't have a lot of electronics materials. We don't have that much copper wire and solder and stuff. Oh, never mind. Yes, we do. 4,600 solder. That'll go a long way. 1,800 copper wire will go faster than you think, but that's still plenty for grinding a level or 2. So electronics 3, bicycle alternator. I wonder, can I make a recharging station? Yeah, I probably don't have a book for that. I hear my neighbor shouting. Super exciting. So we can make an alternator. Requires soldering iron, which is light battery charges. We should have a lot of those as well. We only have 1 electronic scrap. That's right, because we couldn't disassemble those slot machines. There was a pizza parlor near here. They usually have something. I don't know where it would be though. Veterinary clinic. We burnt that place down. I don't even... Fast food restaurant. No. Didn't I see somewhere that had electronics? I know we had the electronic shop up here somewhere. Yeah. There's stuff there we could take apart. for electronic scrap, but I don't know what exactly is the most optimal way to get electronic scrap. Why don't we, since we spent most of the day crafting and gathering stuff, why don't we head out? First of all, eat some more meat to get more calories in us, and have something to drink so you're not thirsty. I hate being thirsty. Everyone hates being thirsty. We'll go up there just to shake things up and do something different, and we'll have a look at what electronics are left. Put out our fire while we're not here. Oh, and let's get a question, because we need something to talk about. Staying positive today. Last episode we were positive. This episode we're going to be positive. Just question scroll. If someone gave you $20, what would you do with it? What would you buy with it? It depends how they would give it to me. If you're talking about cash and I can't just put it in the bank, because that's like that's my knee jerk, is I would put it in the bank. Like, let's say, so I do YouTube and stuff. Let's say I monetize, someone gives me $20 on Patreon or Twitch or whatever. I would just leave it in the bank as much as I could, until I started to understand running a business, and stuff. And then I would buy like probably thumbnails or something. But if you're talking about real life, and because that's boring, because people get sick of hearing me talk about YouTube and stuff. Let's say somebody just walks up and says, "Hey man, I like your face. Here's $20." I would probably just probably keep it in my wallet and gradually use it to buy coffee, which is boring. I go out and every day I buy a coffee now. It's become a habit. I didn't really mean for it to become a habit, but it did. So I buy a coffee. In fact, I have a coffee sitting right there on my Xbox, actually, is where I stuck my coffee cup. Yeah. So I would probably just gradually use it to buy coffee, because sometimes I do get cash and I don't really know what to do with cash, because most of the time, so let's say I go down to the corner store, the main purchase I make is cigarettes, which I know I shouldn't smoke, don't judge me, whatever. I keep thinking about quitting, but every time I think about quitting, terrible things in my personal life happen, and I'm like, I'm not adding one more thing to do. I'm not adding one more stressor to my already horrible existence. I don't want to try to quit smoking on top of my other stress and everything. But anyway, so I mostly buy cigarettes, and cigarettes, I go in, I'll buy like 2 packs of cigarettes and a coffee, and I buy 2 packs of cigarettes like once a week or so. I don't smoke as much as people probably think I do, but so I take a pack of cigarettes, whatever. That comes out to be just over $20. So if someone gave me $20 and I went and got a coffee and 2 packs of cigarettes, I couldn't actually pay with the cash. So I would just end up leaving it in my pocket or in my wallet until I had a purchase that was under $20. Now, every now and then in the evening, like after I'm finished recording, sometimes I think like, I deserve another coffee. I accomplished a lot today. Or I edit RimWorld for freaking 4 hours straight. I'm like, yeah, I need to take a break. So I'll go up to the corner store and buy like a coffee and a Bear Claw or a Danish or whatever they have. I prefer their croissants, but now I notice they changed their croissants to where they're not actually croissants. It says croissant on the packaging, but it's actually not. It's just a Danish, like one of your generic dollar store Walmart style Danishes where it's not even really a Danish. Anyway, so if I bought something like that, I would use $20 for that. But I mean, and that's only like probably $3.50 for a coffee and a Danish, but whatever. So I don't use cash. So cash is always a bit tricky. But yeah, if it were business related, I would put that money, never spend, like once you start earning money for the business, I would never just throw it away. I would never just blow it because, I want to, it's the business's money. I wouldn't just pay it to myself. I would put it back into the business. I would, I really wish I had set up the business, because I would really like to have like nice RimWorld thumbnails for the upcoming series, which I'm keep pushing back, by the way. Like this video will go up on what's today? It's Friday, Saturday, Monday, so probably like Wednesday next week will be this video. I'm probably gonna keep pushing back the RimWorld series for a while. I've not had time, and then because I missed therapy this week due to car issues, I'm probably not gonna have very much time next week, because I have dental work that also gets done next week, and I have some other stuff I need to take care of. Oh, these coffee makers are huge, man. 13 liters. I can't imagine why in God's name. Oh, wait a minute. It's 7 liters. Oh, I see. The Forge is 6 liters. Pretty bonkers that the Forge is smaller than a coffee maker. But, I was going to say 13 liters for a coffee maker. That seems ridiculous. Can't carry any of this stuff. I don't even know if these give electronic scrap, and it's too dark here for us to disassemble them. I guess we'll just hoof it back to base with them. Anyway, probably going to keep pushing back RimWorld. I just don't have time, and it's really frustrating. Like, this whole week just got away from me. So, we didn't talk about it in this series, but I had some car issues, which I don't want to talk about, because it's just going to snowball into me being miserable, but the car broke down on me. Made me miss therapy, and it screwed up my whole week. Like, that was my whole... we've talked about it before. I don't know what's wrong with me, but... whenever I have a plan and something doesn't go the way it's planned out to go, or something surprises me, I have to change my schedule, it completely derails my life. So like most people wouldn't be bothered at all. Like, don't get me wrong, the car breaking down is a bummer. Everyone would be miserable about it. But me missing therapy just completely ruined my whole week, and it messes up next week because I still feel like I need to go. So I'm going to go next week, but I had other stuff going on next week. So now it's just all week. Next week I'm not going to be able to accomplish very much. Plus I'm getting dental work, so I don't know how long after the dental work I will have to wait before I can record, because like they're going to pull a couple teeth. I'm concerned I'm not going to be able to talk properly for like a day or two. So I don't even know, once I have time again after the dental work, I don't even know if I'll be able to record, because I'll have had dental work. So just have to play that one by ear, I guess. So my whole week is like just shot from this one little instance of my car breaking down. And yeah, it's just not great. It's not great. So I don't know what's going on next week. I'm very behind with I had plans for when to release RimWorld. It was supposed to go up. Initially it was supposed to go up next week when I had my dental work, because I knew like they're pulling some teeth. I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk afterwards. So I was like, that's okay. I'll just start uploading RimWorld. So even if I can't record Cataclysm, at least there'll be something, going up on the channel that in that time frame. Ooh, a silver watch. And it means nothing. It's just a pretty silver watch. So I thought, I'll just start uploading that, but it's not ready. It's not ready to be put up. So, and then every time I do something, so people probably don't care. I have exported. So when you make a video, when you edit a video, you don't just have the video, right? You do all the editing or whatever, then you have to render the video. And what that means is that, like, let's say you you record something on your phone and you load it up on a video editing program. When you make the edits, you're not actually making the edits. The program is just showing you what it will look like once it puts everything together. So when you chop up a video, it's not actually chopped up. It just looks like it to you. Then you export the video, which makes all the changes that you made. All of that stuff is what the program will work through and then put together a video file that actually has all those cuts. And that's called rendering or exporting, depending on, who you're talking to. And that takes like 35 minutes usually. I mean, it depends on your computer. When I had a laptop, it took me like an hour and a half to put out a 30-minute video. But now with GPU enhancements and stuff, it takes me like 20 minutes to export a Cataclysm video. So that takes time, and I've had to export the RimWorld video like literally 7 or 8 times because I keep screwing up. Like, I thought I was done and I exported the video and I queued up a bunch of them so that they would do it while I was at work, and I came home and all of them, the music was way too loud, and I was like, okay, well, go back, re-edit this, make sure the music is the appropriate volume, all that stuff. And then I exported again, and it turns out I had accidentally muted the oh wait, we didn't disassemble this stuff. I don't even know what to disassemble. I don't know. Let's just pick up give me some cameras. They probably have electronics in them. Give me the laptops, actually. I bet they're a good source of electronic scrap. Drop all this stuff. I don't know if I'm supposed to butcher them, disassemble them. 2 hours, my God. Dispose of spear, drop. I don't know. Something mildly. Yes, go ahead and stop. What did those messages say? I saw the word mildly. You're tiring out mildly. Okay. Yeah, doing this near the smoke is always a huge pain in the butt. Yes, you're dying of smoke inhalation. I understand. So what did we get out of this stuff? What did we already disassemble? Looks like 1 laptop and 2 cameras. We did get some electronic scrap. Really not very much at all. That is disappointing. I think it required 1 scrap per alternator. We probably need to make at least 4 of them. Oh, man. Go ahead and keep disassemble. No, don't disassemble everything. Just the stuff that I want. Just the main things. Because I don't want to disassemble the component parts by accident. So let's just take the camera and laptop and try again. Oh, what just happened? You didn't go where I told you to go. Directly below you. No, to the south. What? Okay. Sure. But sure. Disassemble. Anyway, exported the videos again, and I had accidentally muted the game sound in all 3 videos, or in 2 of the videos, and then in the first one I realized I had turned down the game sound too much, so you were missing a lot of the actual, like, gunshot sounds and raid noises and stuff. And I just had to keep exporting these videos because I kept screwing up. I just kept screwing it up because I'm not very good at what I do. just a little baby YouTuber, not very good at what I do. Sort everything out, get my spear back, because I don't like putting that down for a long period of time. Oh, we hauled way too much stuff. I didn't think there would be that much stuff. Give me the steel spear. And we will now craft... What pile is this? This is drinks. We will now craft, now that we have electronic scrap, P electronics. We were going to make bicycle alternators. Does it matter which one I make? Electronics. What is this? Motorbike alternator. Requires 4 times as many scraps. No, we're not doing that. Okay, so bicycle alternator. Do I really not have any electronics books? It'd be so much better if I just had a book. We don't. Okay. Yeah, alright. Anyway, long story short, my cell phone's done charging. Long story short, did not get as much RimWorld stuff done as I wanted to. Currently editing the 5th video in the series. I wanted to have a backlog of at least 7 or 8 videos before I started uploading them because they're very, very slow to make. Which, you know, I don't want to start uploading them and then not be able to stick to a schedule. Oh my god, it only gave us 29%. Oh, that's so terrible. We are not going to be able to craft raise. Why is that so bad? Electronic soldering 8%. Oh boy. I don't know what to do to raise our electronics. What else can I make? Is there anything? Surely there's something easier. Electronics. Battery compartment mod is a level 3. Power converters, also not the easiest thing to come by. Really would be easier if we found some arcade machines, man. Can make our own batteries. I didn't know that. Oh, out of smaller batteries. That's interesting. Can we convert them back? No. So if we were able to make a heavy battery and then convert it back to a medium battery, I would make these, but because it would eat up our materials permanently and change them into heavier batteries, which we don't really need, I don't think that's worth it. Micromotor requires electronic scrap. Hot plate does not. Amplifier circuits, same thing, not the easiest thing to find. Heating elements, also pretty not super great. Not great. All this crap. A mesh colander. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to make here. I guess we'll make a couple battery compartment mods. It's just not. Okay, I mean, we have the pieces. Whatever, it's something to do. Let's just do it. Memorize the recipe. Okay, great. Only about 12% electronics. It's great. It's great. So this is not viable. We should not be doing this. Eat some more canned meat. We're almost out of canned meat. We're getting, I'm worried about these calorie messages because we're eating quite a lot now. And I feel like we shouldn't be getting these messages anymore. Okay. Let's start doing some vehicle work. What do you got here? Just a corpse? That's fine. Let's start by how we need to go all the way from the front. We'll start adding frames, and we're going to run out of battery very quickly. Oh, why can't I make a frame? Frame. Oh, where's my... Do I not have a welder? Oh, I dropped my welder somewhere. Of course I did. So this is the tools pile, welder. Great. And then we need clothing, would have our probably a PBA mask. No, we have actual welding goggles, don't we? Doesn't matter, it's fine. So we'll start crafting, putting frames on this bad boy, expanding our vehicle. I don't think we're going to move the wheels. We don't really need to. Obviously in real life you would, but on a vehicle I don't, in Cataclysm I don't think it really matters. And we'll just go crosses all the way down, because I don't know that it needs to look nice, really. And this will eat up a lot of our time, and I do think that this makes you weary, so there's that. Oh god, that's hideous. Yeah, we gotta put... You can't even tell it's attached. Look at this thing. So ridiculous. Look at my beautiful vehicle. She's a Franken vehicle, for sure. Alright, let's swap out our batteries here. Reload. No. Go to our welder, reload. Any battery will do. We'll use the disposables, why not? They have a big reservoir in them. We'll just continue slapping frames on this bad boy. Feels good to be doing vehicle work. I haven't put together a vehicle in a while. I know I'm not someone who spends quite as much time on this aspect of the game as other people. I know some people are absolutely bonkers about making super deathmobiles. That's not really something I do. For me, it's more about utility and just, I kind of always make the same vehicle, but it's what fits for me. It's what makes me happy. It works. I know it works. So, yeah. Oh, we should put this storage battery in too. Let's do that. Do I have my crane? My crane should be here somewhere. Yeah, there's Niles. So we will... Doesn't really matter. In the middle of the vehicle is fine. Let's install this storage battery. Is it the big one? 40,000 charge. Yes, it is. So we'll slap this storage battery in there. That is a good step. Unfortunately, only 18%. Remember, we found one on the RV that was 100%, which we would really like, but that requires metal sawing. This one we found in a gas station, kind of free and clear just to take. 18% is not anything to sneeze at, and as we drive the vehicle, of course, that will charge up. And we are working towards, hopefully, getting those enhanced solar panels so that we can put them on this vehicle, which we saw, I don't know if that was in this episode. We have one of those nice solar vehicles down here. We'll have the upgraded solar panels. So at the bare minimum, we would work towards that. And I do think there was a solar car back in this town. I just don't remember. Okay, here's a luxury RV with solar. We could head back up there. Remember, this was the town that was overwhelmed by Triffids. But we, at this point, we have guns, so I'm not concerned about that at all. And a healthy supply of ammunition from that turret, so I think we would be perfectly fine. And we have the steel spear. I don't think Triffids are a concern at this point, unless they really swarmed us. So we might go back and get this as well, since we're going to head out on a ramble about town anyway. Although driving back there will be difficult with the barricade. But... the real benefit of this and everything is that we now have a plan, and having a plan is great because it gives me something to focus on and something to work towards so that I can be actually productive. Just like real life, I hate sitting around. I have to feel like I'm being productive, otherwise I get frustrated with myself. Let's have a swig of water here. I think we'll call the episode. Everybody, thank you for watching. Hopefully you had a good time. That's what I would do with 20 bucks. Don't even remember what I said at this point, but there you go. Let me know in the comments down below. If I handed you $20 right now, what would you spend your money on? You should answer the question in the comments down below. Very few people actually answer the question. I'm curious. What do normal people do with their money? For me, it would be coffee and cigarettes, which tells you a lot about the person I am. Anyway, Internet, thank you for watching. Hopefully you had a good time. I'll be back with more Cataclysm, of course, in the near future, and I will see you in the next video.